where I come from, we eat dogs, we eat snakes, we eat alligators, crocodiles. Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode within my Dutch Culture Shock series. My name is Blessing Njoh, also known as Mrs. Ejim, and within this series I talk about all of the strange, odd, weird things that I find within the Dutch culture. I'm also always very excited to do this video because it awards me an opportunity to really share with you guys what I normally wouldn't share with someone out there, like every single day. I still get confronted with these things and nobody gets to ask me. Like, they just see me and just assume that I am used to it all. Like, I have seen it all. I have lived here for so long, so nothing is surprising to me any longer. But actually, nothing is further than the truth. I still get daily confronted with new things and also things that kind of like reoccur and that I just cannot get over. And what I am going to be focusing today in this video is the fact that when a Dutch person, an average Dutch person, loses their pet, they actually print out a poster of the pet and they hang it all over the street corners. Like, they hang it on all of the lantern poles in the entire neighborhood. And to be honest, like, personally, I find this a little hilarious. And I remember years back, like the first time that I saw this advert, I remember really standing there and reading every single thing on the poster, word for word. And I was thinking, someone really took their time to do this for an animal. And that really has to do with where I'm coming from, because our idea of a pet is totally different from a Dutch person's idea of a pet. And I'm not necessarily saying that this is a typical Dutch culture or that it is limited to Dutch people. I think it's just a Western culture, but I'm going to be using the Dutch as a reference, well, because obviously I live here, so I am sharing my experiences living here in the Netherlands, okay? So I remember years back when I saw this advert for the first time, or this poster, I was just thinking, am I now supposed to pick my phone and start to call this number? Imagine I find a cat. It was a cat at that time. And I'm like, how am I even going to know that this is the cat in this picture? Like, in my mind, all cats look alike. Like, okay, fine, we have different colors. But I'm thinking, someone actually went through this to print this poster. They wrote the name of the cat. They wrote their number. Contact us if you find our cat. And I'm thinking, so what if I walk 5 yards down and I find a cat? How am I going to know that is the same cat I saw on the picture? Like, so I am going to have to start to use my data or use my credit to call the number and say, oh, I think I might have found your cat. And then what happens? Like, where do we go from there? The person is going to tell me, oh, just hold the card, I'll be right there. And I'm supposed to stand there and hold this card. Like I said already, my idea and our idea, people that are from where I'm from, you can definitely relate that the way we take animals, the way we take pets is totally different from the way the West take their pets. Like, we don't sleep in the same bed with our pets. We don't cohabit in the same house with our pets. We do have pets as well, but our pets kind of like roam around the compound. They have their place. They know their place. Their place is outside of the house, like the residence itself, the place that we live. But here, like in the West, people kind of like almost eat from the same plate with their animals, and that is one hell of a shock. Like, animals have their place where I come from, and humans have their place. Of course, they are your pets. You know them by name. They know the way to the house when they go out, you know, when they go for a walk or whatsoever. But here, they have a system of lost and found animals. They have websites. There are communities, Facebook groups dedicated to lost and found animals. These websites and organizations have a central system with databases of lost and found animals. These websites and organizations kind of like connect dog owners or pet owners with finders, with the police, with vets, animal ambulances, and what have you. So the list goes on. And I'm thinking that, oh my God, people are putting so much attention, so much importance into finding animals. Like, if your animal gets missing, you just have to go up there, post a picture of the animal, put all the details and the chip number. In case you guys don't know, most pets in this country have chips. They wear chips around their body. Well, human beings are also going to be wearing chips very soon, if we have to go by everything we are reading about corona, but that one is going to be in another video. So if you remember, I also did another video talking about the fact that animals have their own passports. That was also another huge culture shock for me. So that relates to what I'm about to say now, that those animals with their chips have the chip numbers registered on their passport. So you can find the numbers in the passport, you upload it on the website, and they kind of like connect you with a finder, a possible finder. And I was actually reading on one of those websites that there were over 80,000 reported animals missing in 2018, and about 50% of those animals were found. And that was a double shock for me, like, because I would never think that those, maybe I would think 5% of those animals were recovered. I would never think like half of the number were kind of like found back. How do these people do it? Like, how do you even recognize an animal? Like, to be real, to be honest. So it really just shows the level of importance that people attach to animals here, or to their pets. And like I said, it's not like we don't find our pets important. It's just like we have a different idea when it comes to rearing animals. Sometimes we rear animals for other purposes, maybe to have them cooked, if you know what I mean. Well, I'm gonna give an example. Where I come from, we eat dogs. Well, not all kinds of dogs, so don't be afraid that I'm going to come after your puppy and eat your puppy. But we do eat dogs, we eat snakes. This might actually come as a shock to you guys. Now it's a counter shock for you guys maybe. We eat alligators, crocodiles. The last thing that I ate before I moved over here was an alligator, and I can almost still taste it in my mouth. So yes, we do eat all these animals. So the distance is there, kind of like, we love you, you are an animal, we know you by name, you live here in our house, we feed you, we take care of you. But when you go missing, then you're a naughty animal. Nobody's going to start to look for you. Nobody's going to put that much energy printing a picture of you. I don't even think people have pictures of their pets. Do you understand? So it's totally different. Like, people are going to put that money into something else. People are getting all that money, all that time, all that stress. You're printing stuff and going to hang around. Like, it's not the end of the world for them there. Like, okay, you're missing, you're a naughty dog, you left home, you should have just come right back home. So yes, totally a culture shock for me. So I really want to hear from you guys what your take is on this topic. Let me really know if there are actually Dutch people who would just let go, like when their pet goes missing, they will just be like, you know what, whatever, I'll get a new pet. Or if a high percentage of Dutch people actually go the extra mile to get their animals back. I would also know if you have had the experience of losing your animal and finding him or her back through the process of dispersing their posters across the neighborhood. So if you have enjoyed this video, you go ahead and give it a thumbs up and drop me your comments down below. I would really love to hear from you guys on this topic. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload new videos every Wednesday and every Sunday. So I will catch you on my next one. Thanks for watching.